Hello everyone, Justin with Deep Dive Stocks here, and today is the After Hours market dive for September 3rd After Hours. Let's go ahead and get started. We start here with ES futures on the 15-minute. We can let it play. We see that we started left Tuesday with bullish liquidity. Those who have seen prior videos will recognize this as a bull trap. With that bull trap, the bullish liquidity took us to the resistance and then to the next resistance, but then bearish liquidity started coming through. And it looks like currently that bearish liquidity has subsided as LDPM L5 has started its inversion, and we are now left with a bullish liquidity with a nice big candle overtaking the resistance at LDPM L7 at 6,445. So this gives a little bit more of a bullish view as LDPS is painting conditions bullish, and as the LDPM stack inverts and helps minimize the bear trap risk. Going onwards to GME, had quite an exciting day today after an exciting day yesterday. So if we look at if we start playing it yesterday, we see that bullish liquidity, the test of support, the next bullish liquidity bounce, and then as the after hours commenced, that price stagnated. This is a pattern that we've seen before. We should be pretty familiar with it. We get the introduction of that bearish liquidity. That bearish liquidity takes hold, pushes things down to that next support at LDPM L6, and then ultimately again down to LDPM L7 at 2292, which is where we see price currently hanging out. The good news for those who have taken that deeper dive into the more advanced LDPM, this should look pretty familiar to you. This is a bear trap, but nonetheless, LDPS is bearish, and we are resting quite firmly on that LDPM L7. And unlike in the ES futures that we just saw, we don't really see any evidence of that LDPM inverting. So this is still pretty bearish, and we'll have to wait. So it's still pretty bearish, but they're not inverting, so we're gonna have to keep an eye out for this support. And as long as LDPS maintains bearish liquidity conditions, then we unfortunately have to expect continued downside. But for now, at least there is some solace in a longer-term view that this should resolve and recover because of the bear trap appearance. Moving onwards to Bitcoin, we see Bitcoin is actually remarkably bullish today, ending the market with bullish liquidity. All of the candles are nice and green, and LDPM is in its bullish LDPM stack, right? So 5 is above 6, which is above 7, and conditions are bullish. This is, like I said, a remarkably bullish configuration for Bitcoin. So taken together, we have a tentative bullish little sprouting of bullish liquidity on ES futures with a LDPM stack that is seemingly inverting or undoing any risk of a bull trap. GME, however, we do see that bear trap has taken effect quite robustly, and we are now resting on that LDPM L7 support at 2292. And we're going to have to just monitor this and make sure that bullish liquidity comes back. And as soon as it starts poking its head up, we should expect recovery and return to normal scheduled programming. Bitcoin, pretty straightforward, bullish, nice bullish stack. So things are going well. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.